Welcome to the NYXUS podcast, guys. I'm Melanie Nix, and we are Saturday afternoon, a special show to welcome Richard from Morning Scars. How you
Hey,
doing, Richard?
I'm fine, thank you.
So we're
Um,
crossing the ocean and going all the way to Sweden
oh
today,
yeah,
guys.
yeah, the land of the Vikings.
This is why we're here in the afternoon, so we can give a chance to Richard to come and sit down with us and not feel like Ames when Ames joins me on my interviews.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. How'd you get started, Richard? What sparked your interest in music
Ooh, from the beginning.
from the beginning?
Oh yeah. Well, I've always, when I was like 4 years old, I started to bang on pots and pans probably earlier, and my parents got pretty annoyed with it, so they bought me a drum kit. I actually have a picture here I wanted to show you. I don't know if you can you see that?
Yep, yeah, we could see that
That's little Richard
on his
with
drum
his with
kit.
his with his drum kit. Yeah. So that's how it kind of started. I had a neighbor who was a musician. He was a lot older than me, but he played in bands, and I was like, wow, I want to do that. Um,
Hey,
and
Robert.
then, hey, hi guys, yeah. Then you know, it just went from there. I got an acoustic guitar when I was probably 10 or something. Um, I taught myself some chords, trying to play to records, and then yeah, I've been a drummer for most of my life. Actually, that used to be my main instrument. I went to what do you we have music schools here in Sweden.
Yep.
Um, so I went to that. I played in a marching band, but then when I found heavy metal when I was about 10 or 11, um I wanted to also learn to play the electric guitar, and yeah,
Who
I
was the first band, heavy metal band that you heard?
actually I prepared some stuff here. um, this is where it all started.
Kiss.
Kiss Alive, the first one. Um, you know, I had the room full of posters, like probably every kid back then. My walls were plastered with Kiss posters and all that. Um, and then I wanted to be Ace Frehley. He was always my guy. What was the question again?
Where did it all start? Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. So
explaining it very well. We're going with the
mm,
steps. We're at 10,
yeah,
11. Now we hit heavy metal. So,
and me, the Mourning Scars project is mainly my project, but I have another picture. It's going to be a lot of pictures here.
that's okay.
uh,
Go ahead.
this is us. This is Mourning Scars. We were like 10, 11 or something.
That
Um,
that is
that's me
amazing.
and Stefan, the guy who plays the solo guitars on my songs. Um,
So this is,
we were not so cool back then. We're probably not that cool now either, but who cares? Um,
I
but
mean, I
but
mean, we're
he
all
had
we're all cool.
yeah
You
he
guys are
had
cool.
yeah, thanks. He had this basement.
Anger overdose, Stefan is beast.
Yeah, he is. He had a practice room in his basement. His dad was a musician, so he had like a stage with lights, and it was so cool to practice down there. Imagine when you're like 10, 11, 12. It was like going on stage. It was him and me. I was playing drums and he was playing guitar. We actually did our first demo. I think he was 9 and I was 10 or something, but it wasn't metal or anything back then. But that, you know, I found Kiss, like I said, and then these guys,
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Yes.
I remember Stefan had the Flight of Icarus single, a 7 inch. We listened to that over and over and over, and then we got the vinyl album. we're from this really small town. It's not even a town; it's a village, like 800,000 people, something like 1,200 maybe. So there was no record stores or anything like that. You had to rely on radio. When we were a bit older, we could go into town and buy records, but that was much later. So there was also the tape trading, the cassettes and all that. So basically, I've always been playing.
So you
That's what
just
I'm trying to
grew
say.
up with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
something that was a constant in your life. And you
Oh
guys
yeah.
are still playing together after.
We had a long uh, break when we didn't even see each other for many years. You know, you grow apart, and
Yep.
I moved to Gothenburg, and he lives in another part of Sweden. But we've been keeping contact for the last couple of years or so, and he's been saying, "Yeah, yeah, I want to do something with you again." And I didn't really have anything. I mean, he's a great guitarist, but um, so when I started this Morning Scars project, is it okay if I go there now? Or
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
um, I started in January of this year writing songs, and the first couple of songs I wanted to do everything myself. It was just something. Can I do this? I really wanted to try to do everything myself, everything from playing to recording to mixing to but after a while, I was like, hmm. I mean, I can play solos, but I'm not I'm not Stefan great. I'm all right. But I remember he said he wanted to do something, so I sent him a couple of songs, and when I got those solos back, I was like, okay, this is it, you know.
And what was the inspiration behind the name Morning Scars?
Actually, yeah, there's been a long time in my life when I didn't even play metal. I played more of a singer-songwriter, Americana, alternative country stuff with a band called Racing Paper Planes.
Okay.
And that first album was called Morning Scars, like morning in the morning, morning
Yes.
scars when you wake up. So just kind of as a joke, what would be a metal name? So I added a U, so it's Morning Scars. Like it comes from there. It's pretty corny,
I mean,
but
it
I
works.
thought it sounded cool, so
Mm-hmm. That's
why
what I'm
not?
saying. Absolutely, it works.
I came up with a name like 2007 or something, but I didn't do anything with it. But then I remembered, oh yeah, that was a cool name. So,
What's your creative process? How do you make a song?
ooh, thanks,
Anger
Anger.
says I like it.
Yeah. Um, how do I do that? Uh, with
Like,
this project, I often start with the guitar riff, and I put that into the DAW and put the drum beat over it, and try to come up with a melody, or maybe the melody comes later. It's I never start with lyrics these days. I used to, but there's something, I don't know where music comes from, but it's there. Um, the riffs probably I start with.
that's your first step is the riffs, and that's you start building from there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you usually write the music and the lyrics, and Stefan writes his solos?
Yeah. Um, yeah. Only use him with the solos. He he sent me a message the other day. I wanted to write something, so I think he has something in the pipeline.
All right,
But
that's
like I said, I wanted this to be my thing. So it's nothing against his ability. I'm sure he can write something awesome. But it's just something that I want to do to prove to myself that I can do this.
yeah. This is your project. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
mean that you guys can't work on
No,
something.
no. Of
It's
course, yeah.
just Morning
We'll
Scars is
we'll
yours.
see what
It's
happens.
absolutely. Fun little question. If you could have a
Hmm.
superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. A superpower to be invisible, maybe.
Okay.
Is that a superpower?
It
It
is.
could. It could be. It could be
It is a superpower.
to go unnoticed. That would be cool. I'm not a extrovert person. I'm kind of introverted sometimes, so that would be great if if needed, I could just go invisible.
Gone.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I
Like,
feel that. Yep. Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, yeah,
uh, there's a lot of superpowers that could be really, really useful. That's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who's been your most important professional mentor?
My most professional. Um, wow. Like in real life, or
For your music, like who?
who's an influencer?
Yeah.
Probably not that I know him or anything, but one of the guys that I've been reading a lot of interviews with, and kind of he had a lot of good stuff to say back in the day. James Hetfield of Metallica, but also, like I said, I've been listening to other stuff as well, David Bowie and Neil Young and stuff like that. But um, there were a bunch of local guys. We had a really cool scene back in the hometown that I grew up in, that were kind of mentors um, to me, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. It does.
yeah,
It does.
yeah.
If you had a chance to have a collaboration with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh, I have a collaboration with these guys. I don't know if you can see it. Isaac Event.
I see it.
It's called Dead Deceased. But wow. Could I bring back Cliff Burton on Metallica
You can
to
bring
have
back
him
who you want.
play on my coming album? That would be cool.
I mean, the question says dead or alive
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Cool.
it's fun
Yeah.
to see who
I
people
mean,
would
there could be
love.
millions of other people, but that was what was came up in my mind.
Exactly. Let's see. What's your favorite childhood memory related to music?
Ooh. Well, there's a lot of those too, but I would have to say probably my first concert. That was Metallica in 1986 with Cliff Burton. That was his last show. It's a favorite memory, but also the saddest memory because he died in a bus crash the day after. But I remember standing in that arena, and I remember thinking, "I'm in the same room as Metallica." I thought it was so cool. They were like superheroes to me. They were not real. You didn't have internet back then, and
It wasn't
uh,
the same.
it's but more of a mystique. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. You go to shows now and
Hmm.
it's cool, like yeah, you're there, but now we're oversaturated with images and videos
Yeah.
and we see
Yeah.
everything.
Hmm.
You used to have to be in front of the TV on MTV like waiting for your song to play because you had to wait all day.
Mm.
Now it's all at the reach. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just
No, it's a double-edged sword.
a different reality.
Yeah, and also they didn't have meet and greet and all of that crazy shit. You know that sucks. I think
Well, I mean,
you
they
know
when you get
pay to meet someone.
yeah, when you got to meet them,
Well,
you got to meet them. Now
yeah.
you got to pay to meet them.
Mm.
But at the same time,
I can understand it, but I mean,
there's also a security reason because it seems that now people are even more crazy than it was back.
oh really?
So
Yeah,
the time
didn't think of that.
changes,
Mm.
everything evolves, and
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but I miss the excitement that we used to
Yeah,
get when we were
yeah.
at that show because I remember that feeling exactly like
Hmm.
I'm breathing the same air
Yeah,
that they're breathing. Like
yeah,
that's Anger says, yeah, it's different for sure.
yeah.
Well, Richard, let's take a little break and listen to your
Sure.
first song.
Hmm.
You wanna play
Black and Sunsets.
Black and Sunsets first?
Yeah, it's a new single. It's kind of a political song. I'm not really that political otherwise, but it's about. I got so there was some article about the world leaders, and wow, it seems like the world is going to hell in a handbasket. So it's kind of about a crazy world leader.
Right.
It could be any one of them, not one in particular.
So let's listen to this song and we'll talk about it when we come back.
Sure.
When the blackest light, we got to face the day. Take a sinister breath, watch the pendulum sway. I feel unstoppable, a force I can't be tamed. With every hour, there's a method to my flames. My place to land and see no matter what they bring. I chase my destiny by wrecking everything. Hey, king, I bring you back in sunset. Hey, hellfire, king, I bring you back in sunset. In the darkest night, I see the smoke and stars. Within me lies a fire that heals my hypocrite scars. I feel unstoppable, a force can't be tamed. With every hour, there's a method to my flames. I blaze the land and see no matter what they bring. I chase my destiny by wrecking everything. Hey, king, I bring you back in sunset. Hey, hellfire, king, I bring you back in sunset. No matter what the world may throw my way, I sense destruction. I am leaving you feel unstoppable, a force that can't be tamed. With every hour, there's another to my flames. I place the land and see no matter what they bring. I chase my destiny by wrecking everything. Hey, king, I bring you back in sunset. Hey, hellfire, king, bring you back in sunset. Hey, king, I bring you back in sunset. Hey, hellfire, king, I bring you back in sunset. Back in sunset.
Oh yeah.
What a song, what a song.
That's
Anger
big. We're
said,
rocking, right?
in fact, this is better than the new Megadeth Eat that, Mustaine.
Thank you. Yeah,
It's very good. It's very good. The
it's
music
vaguely rocking.
the music is driving like
Yeah,
it's groove. It's really
I
nice.
needed a faster song for the album, and I think maybe this could be one.
So
So,
how the lyrics came to
y-
be.
yeah, like I said, it came out of a frustration of all the wars that's going on and in the Ukraine and all of that, and I mean, what's the deal with these world leaders? We have to stop electing these assholes. They all they want to do is destroy. And I mean, it's 2023. Does anyone want to really go to war? Of us regular people, I mean,
I don't think
uh,
so. I
uh,
don't think anybody wants to go to
uh,
war.
don't get me started. It's if you think about it, you can get angry pretty quick. you
Well,
know?
listen, I had
Yeah.
somebody about 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Apollinara was a guest on the show, and she is from the Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
when you guys see that show appear on streaming platforms, just heads up, it's a heavy
Yeah,
show. We
I'll
talk
check it
about
out.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Anger said, "Angry? Me? Nah."
yeah. No, not that guy. He's calm.
Oh yeah, yes. Anger overdose is very calm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't wait to hear some new Anger Overdose.
I mean,
I know they have some stuff in the works. Yeah, the
I,
game. Yeah,
the game
cool
came
song.
out. Came out now.
A
That's
couple of days ago. Yeah, yeah. I
very
love it.
good. Yes,
I actually hadn't heard that Motorhead song before, but I checked it out, and yeah, it's a great cover.
they did really good on that one.
Everyone go listen to Anger Overdose.
Always anger. Always.
But I
You're
think that's not an Anger Overdose song. I mean, it's
blushing.
nah, it's Superposition, I think, but
Yeah,
it's featuring Anger. Whatever.
feature
Yeah.
anger. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, anger came out with Toxic,
Mhm.
1999. Like that's
Great
just the
stuff.
latest ones. I mean,
Yeah.
he's one of the biggest supporters I think this indie
I know
community has seen.
he's great. He must have more than 24 hours of the day. I think he's everywhere.
Well, he's a zombie, so he doesn't sleep.
No,
So your original next month. There you go.
true, true.
There you
And I
go.
also want to plug Ice Given again. I can't praise them enough.
I
They're so
they
nice people, and they're awesome. Their music is awesome.
they are really
Mhm.
awesome. Didn't Militia just do a song with them?
Yeah, the new single. I'm not going to pronounce it because it's in Latin or something, but
Yeah.
it's out there. Yeah, it's
Chris,
great.
Chris is on the game. Yep, absolutely.
Hmm.
See that community is just incredible. That's
It's so
collaboration.
it's so awesome. It's so awesome. When I first joined that little community, it's like everyone was so supportive, and you're getting followers, and not everyone's engaging, of course, but that's the way it is. There's only so many bands you can follow.
That's also the algorithm.
Hmm. Oh yeah, it
I
is. Yeah.
I follow a lot of people, and unfortunately, I don't see any content.
I know. I've noticed
I
that too. It's
I
like,
don't see any of your content. I'll see it when somebody shares it, and then I'm like, oh, look at that.
yeah,
You
yeah. I
know,
know
like
it's crazy.
so that's why I always say if you have something that you absolutely want me to see,
Hmm.
make sure you DM me. Make sure you
Oh
send
yeah,
me an
sure,
email, like
sure, yeah.
cuz if not, so Anger said we have a secret too, eh, Richard?
Ooh, should I talk about that? I don't know.
Huh?
There might be something a little bit in the works there. Yeah, I don't know if I can spill all the beans, but
Don't spill too many of them, but yes,
uh, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
Anger likes to work with a lot of
I know,
people.
I know.
Zorn
Yeah,
likes
I'm
to
more. I'm the opposite. I'm like just out with it, But he likes to be a little bit secret.
I like to work with other people, and I like to, but right now with the podcast, the family, the by next year, our toddler is going to be in school, so I'll
Wow.
have a bit more time.
Yeah,
For now, I mean,
I know the drill.
when it happens, it happens. And for
Yeah,
those
yeah.
waiting for me to record stuff for you guys, I am sorry. I am trying. I will get there.
I promise you the time will come. It did for me. So
Exactly, exactly. I'm not done. I'm not. I'm just. It's.
no.
Yes, we do have secrets. See, but
Hmm.
the timing is what.
Yeah.
What made you want to become a musician, Richard?
Wow. It was probably like I said. My neighbor was one of them. Yeah, I thought it looked fun, but and also Kiss, of course. When I saw Kiss, and in Stefan's basement, his dad was also. He was one of the first who had a, what do you call that, cable TV. So he had a lot of different stations, and there was some heavy metal shows there. And I remember Livewire by Motley Crue came on one night, and we were like, "Whoa, what's that?" All the smoke, and they were like, "Wow!" It's like, so after that, we wanted to be Motley Crue for sure. So that was also one thing, and also I saw Venom. You know the band Venom?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a song called "Witching Hour." It's also a lot of smoke, I think, and things in that video. I think actually we had a smoke machine at some point in that little basement. Yeah, so so we had a big metal show going on there with no one watching.
I mean, why not? Why
Yeah,
not? You start either in your basement or in your shower or in
yeah,
front of the mirror with your brush. I mean,
for sure, for
we
sure.
sing where we can, right?
And then I remember when he taught me the what's that song? "Breaking the Law" by Judas Priest. I was like, like, whoa, I can do this. And after that, I started writing songs on guitar. So
Very cool.
yeah,
Um, what's the plans for the next few months?
that's a good question. I really had no plan, to be honest, with this from the beginning. I just put up one song on Spotify, and I don't know why, but people seem to like it, and I got more and more streams. And I was like, okay, maybe this could work. So I wrote a couple of the songs, and then I realized, okay, maybe I'm writing an album here in real time, so to say. I put off song after song, and I was like, maybe I should, because I'm an album guy. That's also a new thing that I've learned, that you put out a single every like 3 or 4 weeks. That's new to me, but I want to make this into an album, and maybe I hope it's going to come out on vinyl. I can't say when, and it's going to probably take some time, but that's my biggest goal with this, to have this on a slab of vinyl. That would be so cool.
Vinyls are making a comeback.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the sound of music.
It could probably come out on CD a little bit before. I don't know. I'm not really planning things.
Vinyl's a little more expensive, especially if you don't get mass production, if you don't get a big batch
I
of
know.
number. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's so worth it.
Mm.
It's so just this so cool to have.
Yeah, I have this record company who's probably gonna put it out for me, but I can't talk too much about it. But we'll see. Hopefully, and also just keep writing songs. I think you're gonna play a song that's coming out later, a little bit of a sneak peek later. So
Yeah, we well, I was just about to yeah, Anger says I'm gonna get tapes eventually. That's cool
yeah,
too.
tapes is probably coming back too. I mean,
It is. It
I
is
don't even
coming
have a
back.
tape cassette deck anymore, but should probably have to buy one.
I'm sure now they're gonna start selling them again. You know the
Mm.
things that we had, like the cassettes. It's gonna have cassettes, vinyls, and CDs
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Eight
Mhm.
track. If the eight
Yeah.
tracks comes back,
Ooh.
I'm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we have an exclusive for today.
Yeah.
Richard sent me his newest track, Venomous, that you guys
Yeah.
haven't heard yet. Uh,
It's not going to be out. I mean, I just released a single. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I thought, what the heck, it'd give you a little something. It's not really finished. It's close to finished, so you get to hear something.
There you go. So we'll just get to hear a little sneak peek of the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll play it right now. That way we could talk about it a little bit and,
Sure,
keep going. You
Yeah.
want me to play the whole song or you want me to just give them like the first minute, let's say?
If you have time, you can play the whole song. I don't care.
All right. So let's play the song.
Sure.
Lost in the darkness, can't find my way out. Shadows come closer, I'm weaving through clouds. I'm trapped in a spiral, I can't escape. So tired of fighting the monsters I create. These fantasies will slowly dies. Rise on the night when flames surround us alive. While you can't wait to die, endless together we fight hopeless fights. We all have our scars and we choose which to show. In the end, we're all the same, and we leave this place as bones. These fantasies, hope slowly dies. Rise on the night, when flames surround us alive. Flames of promises alive.
Play it again. Play it again. Yeah.
Anger says, glad I got to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to
Yes.
hear this for sure. It's always nice to so we could get to listen to
Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. But that will be released a bit later.
because you're a monster, man. I loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, that one is definitely inspired by Megadeth. I started this as I thought it was going to be a doom metal thing, like slower songs. But the more songs I write, it's transfers a bit into Megadeth. I started as I'm not saying I'm as good as them, but I mean it's influenced by them, of course.
You
So
can hear the influence in it, though. You can
yeah,
absolutely.
I absolutely love that solo that he's doing there. It's like wow.
Well, that's an
He,
incredible song. I can't wait for it to be all done and all polished
mhm,
up. And
yep, yep,
so Richard was going to be a guest on the NYXUS podcast when we had the mental health week, and thing
yeah,
happens and prevented us to meet.
yep.
We will be having another one as soon as we can after Halloween, probably between
Hmm.
Halloween and Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Um, I know you wanted to jump in last time, so we will be re-inviting you. Hopefully,
yeah,
our
yeah,
schedules match better this time.
yeah.
Um,
Hopefully. Yeah, actually, that song talks a little bit about that. That we all fight the same fights, only different fights. But uh, I don't know if that makes sense. Uh, but the lyric says, we all leave this place as bones. You know, um, so I mean, everyone you meet is fighting a battle. So be, what do you say? Be humble.
yeah, be kind
Um,
to people. You
be
don't
kind
know.
to people.
You
Yeah.
don't know what people are going through. That's
No.
what we were saying a
No.
few interviews ago. Even
Really.
if
Yeah.
even if somebody's miserable to you, don't
Hmm.
don't pay it back
Yeah.
to them because you don't know what they're going through.
True.
Anger says, "Hey man, I'm influenced from lots of shit, even if you can't tell."
Yeah.
Matt, hi
Matt.
Matt.
Hi, Matt.
You're late. Just a
Yeah.
little bit, just 37 minutes, but
Yeah.
it's a weird time. That's what I was telling Richard. I don't know how many people are gonna hop on a
People,
Saturday 2 p.m., but
hopefully,
uh,
people will watch it later.
they will. They will. And it will be also on streaming platforms after Matt gets his hands on it and makes it sound
Yeah.
all better. Um, but definitely people come on and rewatch the interviews. I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
Ames
I do
does all the
myself.
time.
Yeah. Because it's
Same.
always in the middle of a freaking night when it's live.
Right, right. It's Sweden is it's a good time difference, and I'm used to it
Yeah.
because I used to play video games, and one of my
Mm.
best friends playing video games was in Sweden. So I
All
remember
right.
us
Cool.
trying to run events, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna go sleep for like an hour or two, and then I'll wake up and come back." And everybody was like, "Wake up!" And I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be like 3 o'clock in the morning for this guy."
Yeah.
Uh, Time zones always kill us, but we always
Yep.
figure out a way to
Yep.
get to have you guys.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
so, did you ever get to do live shows?
Not with Morning Scars, no. I've gotten some people ask me, when are you going to play live? I'm one person, and Stefan then. But yeah, we've talked about it, but I mean, I have a job. We don't live in the same part of the country. I mean, it's. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do a live show, but it seems like it. Not
For now it's not in the cards.
for
Yeah.
now. It's a recording project. Yeah,
That's all right. That's all right.
I've been
That's what's
I've
so
been playing
fun
live
about
with
music.
yeah, yeah. I've been playing live before with other bands, but not with this one. So
Well, that's what I was saying. It's nice about music is that now it's you don't have to necessarily play live. You don't have to.
no,
There's different levels of artists. There's different levels of time and commitment that people can put into it because we do need to have regular jobs too.
yeah, we can't live off of the Spotify money that keeps pouring in.
Yeah, they keep asking more money from us to be able
Yeah,
to watch to
yeah.
listen to you guys' music, but they won't pay you anything
Mm. Have you
because
seen that meme that's going around with a little pocket in the jeans? That's where you keep your Spotify money. I think
yes, that
that's
tiny little
hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how much did she put out I put out a song under Southern Rituals.
Hmm.
I put out Creep, Before
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
did,
yeah.
Manda
That was a
put
great
out a
cover.
song. Thank you. She put out "Smells Like Smoke," and
Oh really?
after what 2 months, I think I got the little, "Hey, this is how much you made," and I was like, "Well, let's go out and
Yeah,
celebrate. You made
yeah,
64 cents. Like
yeah.
it's
One French
ridiculous,
fry.
right? Like ridiculous."
Yeah,
Iger said, "Stupid, real job ruining my days."
yeah, yeah. I know.
Stopping him from taking his naps. Poor guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor guy. How do you think social media changed the music industry?
Wow. Yeah. Um, there's a there's always been competition, but now the competition is so big that you get lost in all of it. There's so many great bands. I could mention bands from our community all day. Hi everyone. I'm not going to mention too many because I'm going to miss so many. But that's one thing. It's also a double-edged sword because it's great that everyone can put stuff out and can be followed and I love that. But um, it's also it's changed. Like I said, the way you release music. Like every 3 or 4 weeks, you release a single.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, that's different. It's not about
Mm-mm.
making albums anymore.
Mm-mm.
Staying relevant, staying in the
Yeah.
algorithm to be able
And
to
I
hit those playlists.
I know. Yeah. To be honest, I was almost done with social media before this. I was like, nah. But you have to be on there if someone's gonna notice you. So I'm fighting that fight. you know.
Oh yeah, social media is
Sometimes,
important.
yeah. Sometimes you feel like you're spamming the shit out of everyone, but it's the only way people will hear of it. So.
Well, like I was telling you earlier, the algorithm is
Mm,
you can post it and then one day it's not on anybody's
no.
page and
I
then the
know.
next day it's not on anybody's page and the third day you post it, then
Yeah.
you have like 20 likes on your post and then people
Yeah.
are
I
like,
know.
"Oh, wow, I didn't know." And you're like,
No.
"I've been spamming you guys for like 3 days and I'm sorry."
We
But it
need something
worked.
new. That's not Facebook.
Well,
If
I
someone, if
mean, you got
someone,
Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, well, X
Instagram.
now, Instagram. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many. I miss MySpace. I really
Yeah.
do miss
Yeah.
MySpace.
I was actually thinking about it. Those were the days, man.
Yep, where you could put
Mm,
that little soundtrack, that little song that started playing when somebody uploaded your page. That's what we
yeah,
need.
yeah.
That's what we need. But social
If s-
media
if
is.
someone can make a new MySpace,
I
you
think
know,
they had tried because I remember somebody was like, "Oh, look at this website. It's like MySpace," and
mhm,
you can't remake MySpace.
no,
That was just magical.
yeah, it was.
If you could build your own tour, let's
Ooh,
say Morning Scars plus four other bands, who would be your four other bands?
whoa. Uh, I would be the opening band for. This is gonna be a cool tour. Candlemass. Uh, I wish Slayer was still around, but can I say Slayer?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Megadeth. Yeah. Well,
Anger said
that would kick some ass.
Zook will send the robots to take you out. Send your
It will now.
robots.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
I
Come
mean,
at me, bro.
right? Isn't there a fight
Just,
Elon Musk
yeah, I
against
was just
Zook?
saying. Maybe I should take the fight instead.
There you go. I don't think Zook. I don't think he has accepted the fight yet.
Nah,
That'd be a good one. I'm sorry, but
it would. Yeah,
I'd watch it. It'd
yeah,
be
for sure.
interesting. For all the times that you've put me in Facebook prison,
Yeah, yeah.
I hope you get punched.
I hear you.
Does music help you in other areas of your life?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great therapy. Both listening to and making music is totally therapy for me. You it takes you places. You know, music is my drug.
Absolutely. Music, it's healing. It's Any genre, and there's
Yeah,
no. It depends
I
on
don't
what you
always.
like
Yeah,
personally.
I listen to more stuff than metal.
Yep, same.
Yes.
Depends on my day, depends on my mood, depends on
Mhm.
my. I mean, some days it's more soft rock, and some days
Yeah,
I'm.
I was way into grunge. I had this grunge band called Flood Horse. Yeah, in the '90s, we played some shows, and yeah, I was all into that Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden.
Love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Love me some Pearl Jam.
yeah, yeah.
Even though sometimes you don't understand what Eddie's saying, but you know.
He's mumbling. Yeah,
I love the music though. It's
yeah.
what a trip.
It's
How did
actually a Pearl Jam hat here. So,
Very cool. I have Sage and Stone today.
yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
guys don't follow them, give them a follow.
I thought
They
if I'm going on Melon and Nix, I better wear a cap, because you like him.
I've always had them on. I don't know.
Mhm.
It gives me my protection for my eyes
Yeah,
from the lights. I don't.
yeah, that's cool.
How would you define success as an artist?
Wow. Like I said, I didn't really have any expectations at all. I think what I've accomplished so far is a success. It's not a huge success, but I mean, for me, I've proven to myself that I can do this, and people seem to like it. I don't have any higher goals right now with this. So
I mean, baby steps are steps.
yeah,
Uh, Unfortunately, we can't all be overnight
no,
sensations.
nah,
Uh,
I'm too old to be a rock star anyway now. So.
oh no, there's
It's all
no
right.
age. That I will not accept because
Okay.
I've had a gentleman on here. He was 70 years old and he was still rocking the stage.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's no age for that.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Mm-mm. Well, let's take a little break and listen to Never Too Old. See? Never Too Old. To your last song, Pyromancer. And
Yeah.
then we'll be right back.
I think that might have been the first song that Stefan played solo. I'm not sure. One of them.
Oh,
I have a
you
funny story about that when we come back.
all right. Awesome. Let's do this.
Yeah,
And we're
man.
back. There we
Where's the
go.
mosh emoji?
Right? Right.
Where is it?
There should be a metal
Yeah,
emoji, something.
should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, that was Pyromancer.
Yeah.
Said you had a little story for us?
Yeah. It also goes back to when we were kids, me and Stefan. Like I said, we lived in this small little village. And one day we were out in the woods with firecrackers. And I don't know, one of us threw it away and it, went off. And it started a huge fucking fire in the forests. And I ran home. He stood there with it, with one of these in the. There was a little, what is it called, like a creek or something, with water, and he tried to put out the fire. And I ran home, and my dad is a firefighter. You can imagine how happy he was.
He must
So
have been very proud
yeah,
and happy.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So we were grounded for a couple of days for sure.
I bet.
So that's what I was gonna say. When I sent him this song, it's like, dude, is that about that time we were in the forest? It's like, storms within, yeah.
What's up,
Um,
Storms Within? Good to have you guys
yeah, so
here.
he thought it was about that, and I did not confirm or deny.
I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah,
The fire got put under. Everything was under control pretty fast, yeah?
yeah, yeah. I think that farmer who owned the forest tried to scam my dad into paying a lot of money. Uh, my dad is kind of a big dude, so he backed off, I think. So
Uh,
yeah,
Anger says, I think many boys have fire tails. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure. I'm pretty
fire,
sure.
fire, fire,
Right?
fire.
Fire. I'm sure you guys all do have fire
We do.
stories.
I don't know. There's some music. Maybe my daughter's playing music. I don't know. I just heard some. Okay, whatever.
I heard it too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what is
Hmm.
that?
Yeah. It's not me.
That's not morning scars. That's
No, no.
that's not morning scars. What habits do you have to take care of your mental health, Richard?
What's that?
What habits do you have to take care of your mental health?
Oh, I used to do meditation. Uh, I've not done it for a while, but I should probably do it. Mindfulness, like that. And like I said, music, of course. And family and friends is important, to. I have a job that's pretty tough. I work as a drug and alcohol counselor. So I get to hear a lot of stories every day. And there's this new thing that hasn't been talked about, like secondary traumatization. Like when you sit and listen to other people's stories, you get traumatized as well.
Yes.
So that was a big thing for me to hear that it's okay to feel like that, because in that line of work you're supposed to be strong and tough and you should cope with hearing that stuff. But it's stories that, man, you would never believe.
You guys are only human at the end of the day,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So yeah, I really, my free time is my holy time. When I leave
absolutely.
work, I'll leave work. Um, you know, I
Try to leave
but
the things behind,
some
and
some of the stories come up at night or whenever, because it's heavy stuff. You know.
of course it is. And you
Hmm.
get worried, you think about them,
Yeah,
and
of course. I
it's
don't
not
think they know how much we worry about them. Sometimes.
it's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna say thank you to you, for those people, because a lot of them don't realize, because they're stuck in their trauma, because
Yeah,
right now they need to focus on nobody else but themselves. But it takes a lot out of the people that work with them.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, let's go for a fun song, a fun question.
Okay.
An evil curse is put on you, And you can now only listen to the same one song for the rest of your life.
Oh my God.
What are we listening to?
Wow. One song. Uh, it would probably be something by Metallica. Maybe something from Injustice for All, because it's a long and varied record. The songs are very complicated, and so maybe the song Injustice for All or something.
All right. Nope. Sorry, Matt. Still not. Matt's been looking. He's waiting. He's just waiting for that one person that will say "Bat out of hell." Meatloaf.
Oh, yeah. No, that would probably drive me crazy.
So, nope. Still not today, Matt. Still not today.
Yeah.
We're getting towards the end of the episode, so before I ask you the NYXUS questions, do you have anybody that you want to thank? Do you have a sponsor that you want to mention? What do you want to say to these two crazy guys? And I think Storms Within may be still here.
Mhm.
What do you want to tell these people and the people that will be listening later on?
Yeah, no, I don't have a sponsor like that, but I'd like to thank the whole community of Melody Nix and the Band Together page. And, like I said, I'm not going to mention too many because I'm going to miss someone, but there's Anger Overdose, of course, and Nice Given and Sparrow Limb, and yeah, there's a bunch of
So
great
many
guys
of
out there.
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So many of them.
And also, I want to thank you for having me on, and of course, Stefan, my guitar player. Actually, his name is Stefan Nordmark. It's not a very international sounding name, maybe. So we used to have a pen pal, and she came up with the name Stephen Briscotti for him. So maybe I should start calling him Stephen Briscotti. Yeah, when we were younger.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for being here. It's been a long time coming.
My
Like I
pleasure.
said, I think since March, I think we've been trying to sit down together, and
Yeah, yeah.
there will be more. Please let us know when the album
Sure.
is completed so we can
Sure.
have a listen to it and help you promote it. Before I let you go, I'm going to hit you with the NYXUS question.
Ooh, should I be scared?
No, no. We ask it at every episode at the end
Yeah.
of the show. If you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of you, so little Richard, at any age, what would you tell yourself?
Don't worry so much. It's gonna be okay. You're okay. You're not as stupid as you think. You're not as ugly as you think. Yeah, I would have a lot to say, man. I had very bad self-confidence. I did not like the way I looked. So something like that.
It's some good advice. It's some good
Yeah.
advice. The anger.
Little Richard. Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Richard, get it.
You get it. You get it.
But you didn't see the picture, Anger? We saw a picture of Little Richard earlier with the drum set.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can show it again. Let's see.
There you go. See?
Maybe it's thinking of the other little Richard.
Yeah. But no, seriously, it's very good advice because I also, growing up, was always thinking, it's a stupid idea. Still with the podcast. When I started it in January, I was like, I don't know. And look where we are today. I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's awesome.
I'm happy I
Actually-
didn't listen to myself.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's one of the key things that I do in therapy. That go back and talk to that little person inside of you that we all carry, that was neglected, or it's a good way to start a conversation. What exactly that question? What if you could go back? What would you tell that little kid inside of you? Kind of heal that way. So that's a good question.
And I love you guys. I appreciate it. We've put a lot of work into it. the questions have evolved over time, but this question has always been there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something important. Like you said, I often do it to myself. If I could go back, I'd tell myself at that age, this. Um, it's kind of a little push and a little bit of forgive yourself for being
Yeah.
clueless at that age.
Yeah.
But if I could do it again, I would definitely tell myself to just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much, Richard, for being here. Where can we find you? Facebook, Instagram, Bandcamp, I saw.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't have a TikTok, or I know that.
Do you have
I tried, but I just got so frustrated. It's like, no.
Yes, I'm not a TikTok either. I try. I still try
Mm.
today, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Do you have any merch?
I do. I can't remember it's on. It's one of those T-shirt sites. But if you go to my Facebook, you'll find it on there.
Perfect. So we go to your Facebook and we'll be able to find all the links.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Richard.
Thank
Guys,
you. It's been my pleasure.
make sure you follow Mourning Scars on all the streaming platforms and all their social platforms. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and interacting with us. We always appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
We will catch you on Monday for another live episode of the NYXUS podcast. Have a good day, guys. Anger
Thank you.
Overdose says, love Mourning Scars.
Love you back.
All right, bye, guys.